Have you ever wondered how a program remembers your name, your age, or even the price of a product? Think about it. Whenever you use an application, it needs to remember a lot of information. But where does all that information go? How does the program store it and find it again when it needs it? Let's understand this with a very simple real-life example. Imagine you're traveling from Mexico to New York. You have a cloth that you want to take with you. Now, you could carry the cloths in your hand, but that's not really convenient, right? So what do? You put the dress inside a suitcase. Now the suitcase helps you carry that cloth safely from Mexico to New York. The important thing here is that the suitcase gives us a convenient way to carry something from one place to another. In programming, we also need a way to store information so that our program can use it later. So for now, think of the suitcase as the storage, and the dress as the information we are carrying. And this simple idea will help us understand variables. Now let's connect our suitcase example to programming. In programming, we need a way to store information in the computer's memory. A variable is simply a name that we give to a stored value. Think about our suitcase again. The suitcase is holding something for us. In programming, a variable does something similar. It gives us a name that we can use to access a value stored in memory. For example, we can have a variable called name and store the value John inside it. We can have another variable called age and store the value 32. And we can have a variable called city and store the value Mexico. So remember this simple idea. A variable is a name plus a stored value. Once the value has a name, our program can find it and use it whenever it needs it. Now let's see what this actually looks like in Python. Here we have three variables. The first one is name, and it stores the value John. The second one is age, and it stores the value 32. And the third one is city, and it stores the value Mexico. So when we write name equals John, we are telling the program to store the value John and associate it with the variable called name. Similarly, age equals 32 stores the number 32, and city equals Mexico stores the text Mexico. Later in our program, instead of writing these values again and again, we can simply use the variable names. That's why variables are so useful. They allow our programs to store information, remember it, and use it whenever we need it. So, let's quickly recap. A variable is a named place used to store a value. It allows our program to remember information and use that information later. The value stored in a variable can also change when our program needs it to. So the easiest way to remember it is variable name plus stored value. That's it. You've just understood one of the basic building blocks of programming. But wait. If a variable can store information, what kind of information can it actually store? Can it store numbers? Can it store text? Can it store true or false? That's where data types come in. In our next video, we'll understand exactly what a data type is. See you there.